live, I think. Hi, everyone. If you tuned into the last live stream, it was like, I don't know, 47 seconds long or something. Technical difficulties. It's a Monday night. Happy Mental Monday. I'm Cassidy Quinn. If you do not know, welcome back to Mental Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me. But it's a Monday, and sometimes your brain on a Monday, you feel like you don't want to do anything. You just want to quit everything, not try very hard, and sometimes your GoPro or your internet does the same thing. So if you've never been hanging out here on a Mental Monday before, basically we talk about my brain, your brain, mental health, whatever is at the forefront of all of our brains, whether it's mental health related, global pandemic health related. We won't get too much into that. I know I call this live stream Keep Social Distancing because that really is the message that we all want to get across these days, is that you should keep social distancing. I am social distancing in my living room at the moment. My boyfriend Tucker is like 8 feet that way. He's not hanging out on today's live stream because he's gonna go pick up sushi dinner for us, and I'm very excited. Are you gonna go get it? Or are you just gonna sit there?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I'm going.
We have a lot of sushi to be picked up. We are one of those couples that, hopefully you guys are like me. You order sushi, and then you go pick it up, and you play this little game. How many chopsticks will they give to us this time? How many people will they think is eating the sushi? And turns out it's only 2 people. Sometimes we have leftovers. Sometimes we eat all of it. We're both very hungry today.
Right,
So I feel, what?
We're gonna eat all of it.
You think? No leftovers?
No leftovers.
Okay, we're saying it right now. No leftovers. I love leftover sushi. Tucker, not so much. So I like when we have leftovers because then usually I just get to eat it all. So that's kind of fun. But we're getting sushi, and that is what has been getting me through this Monday. Because this Monday, I don't know why. It's just felt like, oh, geez, are you okay?
Okay.
Tucker just tripped over the rug or something. He's fine. Glad you're fine. Love you. Bye. Good luck. Drive safe.
Bye, thanks.
See you soon with the sush. So this Monday to me, I don't know about you guys, but my brain, I haven't been able to focus. I've been very productive when I have focused and said I have to do something at this chunk of time. But for me today, my job right now has changed a lot. Normally, I host a TV show called Tonight with Cassidy on KGW, the NBC affiliate in Portland, Oregon. It's at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. It is currently not at 7 p.m. or at any time of the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, any of those days, okay? So, if you're subscribed to that YouTube channel, it has just died, and it breaks my heart. But I also understand my bosses have chosen to put a coronavirus Q&A show on the air Monday through Wednesday right now, so we are just taking a hiatus from Tonight with Cassidy. That's okay. But so in the meantime, what I'm doing is mostly making YouTube videos and shorter versions that do go on TV of happy, lighthearted, fun, good news stories around Portland, and then writing articles. I'm essentially on our digital team at KGW, which obviously I enjoy a lot because I love spending time on the internet, and that's what I get to do all day. But so today I had a couple of interviews. This week is American Craft Beer Week, which we love in Portland. There are all kinds of beer holidays. This is a great one to celebrate all the craft brewers around the country. And so I had interviews with 2 local brewers, one on the coast, one in Portland. If you want to know, it was Ex Novo Brewing in Portland and Public Coast Brewing on the coast in Cannon Beach. We'll get to Cannon Beach in a minute. Other issues there, but the beer is great. What was I gonna say? Oh, so when I had those interviews, I was focused, I was prepared, I had those questions, and then after that, I just kept feeling like there was something else I was supposed to be doing, but there wasn't. I was just supposed to edit that and work on some other things throughout the day, but I just felt very distracted. Tucker and I were in Seattle. We went up and quarantined with my parents for a week and their puppies and hung out with my brother, and that was wonderful. We kept our social distance, but now we are back at home, and so it's a little change of scenery, which is nice. Back to see my plants, and they're all still alive. Tucker was here a few days. He was in Boise with his mom, and then he came back to Portland for a couple days and then met me in Seattle. And so he had a couple days here, and I called him. I was like, can you please water the plants? Please check them. Make sure they're okay. But then it was kind of sad. This is stupid that I was sad about it, but when I got home from Seattle last night, or this morning I woke up, I was like, yeah, I get to water plants. I didn't really get to water any plants because they had all been watered by Tucker a few days ago, and that's great. He kept them doing great. I'm doing this live stream on my GoPro right now. You guys possibly are commenting over on YouTube, but my phone was almost dead. And it needs to be alive in order for this GoPro to talk to my phone and us do this Mental Monday live stream. So just excuse me while I just grab my phone for a minute, because, you know, that's what we do here, like a true professional. Hi, everyone. Zach, hi. Chris, hi. Chris, you said you're doing so much better mentally since doing Julia Christina's Shift Society membership courses. I need to do that. Glenn, it's Mental Tuesday in Eastern Time. Do not even say that, because I'm here on a Monday night doing it on time. Thank you guys for coming back tonight to hang out with me, because last week I did... Oh, hi Wyatt, by the way. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Last week I decided I was going to take a break since I was quarantining up with my parents in Seattle, and I decided, you know what? I don't need to do a live stream. I don't need to edit videos. I can just take a week for me, for my mental health. And it was actually very great. So if you guys want to comment right now during this live stream, let me know how your brain is feeling, how your mental health is doing. If there's any questions, I can help answer for you. I asked you guys on my Facebook page, what should we talk about for today's Mental Monday? And multiple of you asked, when are you going back on TV? When is your show going back on the air? I wish I had a perfect answer for you. I wish I could say it's going back on the air next Monday or 2 Mondays from now, but right now it's kind of up in the air, which is like everything these days, so it's understandable, and it kind of makes me feel like I am, you know, part of this whole COVID-19 pandemic. Businesses opening and closing, and people practicing social distancing, and people having to change all these different things about how their business works and how it operates, and things, maybe you're feeling a struggle, and I feel so horrible for anyone who has lost your job due to this pandemic, anyone whose business is struggling and suffering due to this pandemic. For me, I still have my job. I'm still working full-time for KGW, just doing stuff for their digital team. And, oh, hi, Scott. Thanks for tuning in. But the show, Tonight with Cassidy, currently, who knows? I don't have great answers for you. We're running a show on KGW Monday through Wednesday nights called Your Coronavirus Q&A. You can ask your questions, and KGW finds experts to get the answers for you guys. And then on Thursday nights, just started last week, they're running a show called The Good Stuff, hosted by Ashley Korslin, which focuses on good news. Then Friday nights, they're running Straight Talk, which is our public affairs show with Laurel Porter. I am just at home wishing we could get Tonight with Cassidy back on the air. I'm still doing some segments as I would do on Tonight with Cassidy, like I mentioned if you were here at the beginning of the stream, that I interviewed 2 local brewers today for American Craft Beer Week. So if you guys subscribe to the KGW News YouTube channel, that's where all the content I'm making right now goes. Sometimes a shorter version goes on TV, but the thing that I love about not having it have to go on TV right now, like when I make a segment for Tonight with Cassidy, I work with my producer, Christian, and usually I'm like, how long? It's usually not on the phone. We're sitting next to each other, but right now everything's on the phone or on Slack message or text or whatever. And like, hey Christian, how long can this segment be? Because I edit most of the stories. So or the main ones at least. So I'll be like, hey Christian, how long can it be? She'll be like, 2 minutes. I'll be like, can it be 3 minutes? Okay, 2.5 minutes. And so then I'm left trying to cut out so much of the stuff that I love about the story. I think I don't know about you guys. You guys are sitting here for a Mental Monday that could be who knows how many minutes long. It's however many minutes it takes for Tucker to get back with the sushi minutes long. My boyfriend Tucker is going to pick up our our pickup food. He's the deliverer. So that's how long this will be. I'm a fan of kind of letting content be as long as it needs to be, as long as people want to see it, like for me, if I'm going to watch a YouTube video, I would rather it be 6 minutes instead of 2 minutes, because 2 minutes, I'm like, I know you shot a bunch more video that is probably entertaining, and if I clicked on this video, I want to be entertained. This, of course, doesn't cover, like, news stories. This is how I feel about just, like, entertainment stuff in general. Like, if I watch a Grace Helbig video or a Nikki Limo video, if it's 2 minutes long, I am upset that it was 2 minutes long, because I would rather see this person that I enjoy watching or this topic I enjoy learning about for more minutes, right? Hopefully you guys agree, because my videos are not very short, usually. I'm working on it, kind of. But, so if I'm editing a story about me learning how to make pizza dough, for example, which I'm doing in a few days, I'm very excited, that video will probably be like 6 minutes long, because if you clicked on this video and you want to learn how to make pizza dough, you want to see the full thing, right? But if you're watching TV and they have a half an hour or an hour for a newscast, they have to fit in a bunch of things, and if you turn on your TV, you're not necessarily clicking, oh, I want that content. You're turning on your TV and you're gonna watch and hopefully enjoy most of whatever goes on for that hour. So usually the TV producers make things shorter, like a minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds even, so that you can kind of get a little snippet of a bunch of different things, learn about your community in a short period of time, right? But, so point being, full circle here, the videos I'm doing for KGW right now, I can make them however long I want, and then I cut down like a 2.5 minute version that then I send to the TV producers, and they can choose to run in the morning show, the afternoon show, the late night show. So then it's in their court, and I go, here, okay, here you go. It's actually, I'm very bummed that we do not have my show on the air at the moment. However, it has made my life less stressful, besides the fact that the world is in the middle of a global pandemic, and I would not wish that on the world at any moment in time. That is stressful, obviously. But if we're all staying safe, and for me, that means staying home and working from home all the time, so I'm not putting myself or other people at risk, and I can make this content and focus on one thing at a time when my brain can focus, and put more time into each of these stories. I get to edit a long version, I get to edit a shorter version, I get to write a full web article, and honestly, I kind of forgot how much I like writing. And so now I feel like I get to give each story the attention it deserves, instead of on Tonight with Cassidy, we have to get a half an hour show on the air every single day. So sometimes you want to make the segment like 10 minutes long so it fills half of the show, but then other times you fit like 10 things into each show. So now I'm focusing on one thing a day, basically, which I enjoy. Let's see. Oh, Wyatt says I should do song parodies again, because you want to hear me sing again? Thank you for saying that, Wyatt. Should I do a song parody about the coronavirus? Do you guys know the song The Bones by Maren Morris? If you follow me on Instagram and you ever watch my stories, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm obnoxious. Second of all, I was singing for weeks The Bones by Maren Morris. If the bones are good, the rest don't matter. Yeah, the paint could peel, the glass could shatter. Anyway, I wrote a song parody to that while it was stuck in my head a couple weeks ago. I haven't finished it, but I want to record it. And what I'm thinking I could do is have different people, including, do you guys remember Reagan? Somebody asked about Reagan a couple weeks ago on Mental Monday, and that made me and Reagan very happy. And Reagan is 9 years old, almost 10. That's crazy. I think her birthday's in a couple weeks. Maybe it could be a birthday present for her. So I'm thinking I would record me singing the song parody, and then I could post it and get people to send me clips of them like dancing or lip syncing or doing the different words of the song, right? That could be fun. And I do miss singing too. I've been doing a lot of singing in my house when I have the house to myself. I'll say that. And sometimes you see it in my Instagram stories. Scott says, yeah, it seems like life will be back to normal once your show is back on, because it means we're back having things around the area to cover. Scott, thank you. That is very sweet. To have my show back on the air, meaning something in this crazy time we're in, I very much appreciate that. The cool thing is, I feel like if we got the show back on the air right this second, it feels like things aren't back to normal, and so nothing exciting is happening, no events are happening. But one thing that I've been working on for KGW every single week, on Friday, I missed 1 week because I forgot what day of the week it was, and no one reminded me to do it, and I just forgot. But I've been putting on articles on KGW.com, sometimes in video form too, 8 things to do this weekend. It started out as 8 things to do from home this weekend, so like things to watch on Netflix, or writing a letter to somebody you care about, etc. Doing a cooking lesson on Instagram with a local chef. etc. Then now I've been doing 8 things to do this weekend while social distancing. So maybe you can go someplace, but keep social distancing. Like last weekend, there was a plant sale, but they only let in one person at a time, so it was still social distancing. That was great. This weekend, the one that I did was 8 things to do with or for your mom for Mother's Day weekend. And it amazes me every single week how many new things are actually happening. Like for Mother's Day, there were events that you could either go to or enjoy virtually, like virtual concerts, virtual movie and dinner, like dinner and a show kind of events. And so if we could get Tonight with Cassidy back on the air, here's how I feel about it, is that there are so many things to cover. Like the brewers I interviewed today for American Craft Beer Week, and it's National Pizza Party Day. That's a thing. It's on Friday. So on Wednesday, I am making pizza dough with the chef AJ from the Porter Hotel, who is awesome. So it's so wonderful how all these businesses, I'm sure it's in other cities. I'm in Portland, so that's where I'm paying attention to it, obviously. But wherever you are, businesses and people are getting so freaking creative, coming up with ways to support the community. It's not even necessarily like to support their business to make money, but how to support the community and do things to entertain people and switch things up, because right now I feel like every single day is the same. I mean, that's why we went to Seattle last week to stay with my parents, because just a change of scenery was very welcome to me, at least. And it was so nice out this weekend. We went kayaking, still kept our social distance, which was wonderful. But it just, like, every day is the same. So if there's things that you can do to make it a little different, a little interesting, whether that's, there was a virtual beer festival in Portland a couple weekends ago. And I mean, people are getting so creative, and I love creativity. So I wish we could have Tonight with Cassidy on the air right this second so that we could feature all of these cool things people are doing. But in the meantime, I'm still doing some segments like that. They're just for YouTube, so follow the KGW News YouTube channel for that. What are you guys saying? CJ says cover bones. Yes, thank you. I'm thinking it's gonna be like you wake up and you're like, oh, cool, things are normal, and then you're like, oh yeah, coronavirus. But if you stay home, things will be okay. The rest don't matter, right? It rhymes, I swear. Scott, y'all have your kids dance? Yes. I mean, really, I just want it to be a music video of kids dancing. And I love making song parodies. I have written and recorded multiple song parodies that have just never seen the light of day. Mostly, A, because I'm embarrassed, and B, which is actually A, number one reason is that they take so long. Like, I want them to have a music video, but I know that I'm not going to be the person that goes and makes like a full production music video, at least at this point in my life. And so it takes so long to just make some kind of video and then want it to not suck. And you want people to watch it, and then sometimes I spend all this time and then not that many people watch it, and it is frustrating. So I'm thinking this is the perfect time to do a music video like that, where I post the lyrics and say, hey, record a 10-second chunk of this, of you dancing or of you acting out the line of the song, and we could make a music video with a bunch of people in it. I also know a bunch of people have made coronavirus, COVID-19, song parodies these days. Sorry, moving because my foot's falling asleep. But that's okay. I can make another one. You know, should I have made it 2 months ago? Yeah, but also there are no shoulds, okay? This is how I'm talking to myself while we're going through this live on YouTube. Is that I keep saying, oh, I should have done that. I should have done that 2 months ago. Or even I wrote that parody 2 weeks ago and talked to my cousin Whitney, who's Reagan's mom, about doing that. Because Reagan's been taking some dance classes. She started a TikTok, having a great time at home. I mean, a great time. Whatever that means these days. But, like, she's in. She's ready for it. But I still haven't done it. That was 2 weeks ago, and that's okay. I keep telling myself I should have done it. I should be more ahead of this. I should have posted a video last week, but I let myself take a break. And you just gotta breathe and say, okay, I've been quarantined for 2 months. 2 months of time have passed, even though it does not feel that way. But it's okay. All the days might blur together, but just like I keep writing down in my planner, my bullet journal, like what I did. Oh, I went kayaking with my parents. Oh, we went on a walk to the park. Oh, we did this. So you look back and you go, oh, I did actually do things, so that's okay. I did something productive, whether that was binge watch a TV show or do the laundry, whatever productive means to you that day. And then you move on, and the next day is a new day, even though it feels like Groundhog Day and the exact same day 100 times over. But it is a new day. And so you can just be nice to yourself, okay? Am I making any sense? I'm so hungry. I'm so excited for this sushi to get here. Silent Koala, sorry I'm late. Oh, how rude. How dare you? I was late too. So no problem. And also I started a live stream, which is probably public on my channel now, that was like 30 seconds long, and somehow it stopped going, so I don't know why. Zach, you have a KGW question. Do I know what happened to Lindsay Nadrich? I do. Lindsay is one of my good friends, and formerly one of my great friend coworkers at KGW. She has now left KGW. She actually works at a different station in Portland now. She works at Coin, okay? Today was her first day. Don't tell anyone. Just kidding. But I love Lindsay, and I don't get to see her right now, but a group of girls, our girlfriends, we sent her some flowers and some wine for her first day at her new job today. And it's very weird. I know that a lot of people have lost their job during the pandemic, and a lot of people have started new jobs, which is awesome. Congratulations if you're one of those people. I'm very sorry if you've lost your job. It's just such a weird time, and I hadn't thought about this until Lindsay. It's such a weird time to leave a job, whether you're let go or whether you leave by choice and start at a different place. But you don't get to say bye to all the people that you work with. And in Lindsay's case, like, I know I will see Lindsay because she's in our girl group that gets together and watches The Bachelor or just hangs out or whatever. So I know I will see her when the pandemic ends. And in the meantime, I'll have some Zoom calls and play some games with her. But it's very weird when other people leave work and you're like, I probably will never see you again. Or we have new coworkers at KGW I have never met in person, but I have talked to them on Slack or on Zoom, and I've never met them. That's weird. Things are just weird, and it's okay for things to be weird, okay? I like being weird. Wyatt says, I miss my sporting events and my brain feels empty inside. Also, the pop radio stations played a virtual prom this weekend. See, even the radio stations are getting creative. Creativity equals goals. Yes! Speaking of prom, it's 2020. It has been 13 years since I went to prom. That's the math. But 2020 isn't, okay, well, I was gonna say, isn't 2020 great? 2020 sucks, right? I mean, 2020, murder hornets, the coronavirus, something else happened the other day, I can't remember. Anyway, 2020 is not great for anybody, right? It was gonna be the year that we did it all! We're doing it all just inside our house. But here's the cool thing about 2020. One fun fact, or one fun thing about 2020 is that it's easy to subtract and figure out how many years ago things were. So I graduated from high school in 2007, which means my prom was 13 years ago. Easy math. Good job, 2020. So if anyone asks you, oh, 2020 sucks, is there anything good about it? There's your answer. But what was I gonna say? Oh, prom. I realized when I was at my parents' house last week that I still have my prom dress, and lucky for me, the prom dress is one of those that, like, it's a tube top, but it just goes around here, and then it's loose after that, so it doesn't matter, like, what I weigh now and what I weighed when I was wearing it in high school, it'll still fit, I think. I did spill soy sauce on it at prom, and I don't know why I still remember this. Oh, probably because there's still a stain on the dress. But I saw Jocelyn Davis, a YouTuber, one of my favorites. She did a video a while ago of recreating her prom look, and I realized at my parents' house that in my prom pictures, I have bangs, which means this is the perfect time to recreate my prom look. So, do you guys think I should do that? Maybe Tucker and I could have, like, prom inside the house. We don't have a red carpet like we did at my prom, but we have a long rug down the middle of our apartment, so we could do that. I would love to know what kind of videos you would like to see from me, because I've been trying to get creative in quarantine, and sometimes I feel creative and sometimes I don't. Tucker told me the other day, he was like, I want to see you just get weird on your YouTube channel, like just start doing weird things, be goofy. I'm like, oh, I thought I was already doing that. But maybe sometimes I'm not totally communicating that with my YouTube channel. Maybe that's what I'm doing on my Instagram story or other places. So let me know what you would like to see from me and how we can all hang out and have fun. Chris, you lost 2 uncles already in 2020. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry to anyone who has lost anyone due to this pandemic or due to anything in the world. I mean, especially right now, people who are passing away in this crazy time in the world, and it's not from COVID-19, doesn't it feel weird? Because you're like, oh, because probably then if you're related to them, you have to have everyone ask you, oh, was it the COVID? And you're like, no, it wasn't. And then they're like, oh, okay, what's going on? Have you had any conversations like that? Anyway, Chris, I'm very sorry about your uncles. I'm sure they're wonderful, wonderful people, and hopefully they're in a better place now, but, like, that's the dumb thing to say. No, that doesn't help. Scott says, yes, quarantine prom. Yes. I haven't actually made any TikToks yet, but I made a TikTok account a couple weeks ago, finally, and I saw that TikTok prom was a thing, but clearly I'm late on that, so it's great to be late for every trend on the internet, but that's okay. So quarantine prom, I did shoot a video the other day about, I cleaned out my desk, and I don't know if that's going to be entertaining to anyone else. I filmed for probably 2 hours, but there's some random, like, nostalgic things in there, and you have that to look forward to. I did find something very exciting in my desk. It's a Tamagotchi. I'm excited. So that could be a video too. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, but also limited because we're stuck inside. Oh, also another comment. So, another comment on Facebook when I asked earlier today, what should we talk about? We just talked about, if you missed it, what is happening to my TV show at KGW in Portland Tonight with Cassidy. It's currently still on Corona hiatus. I don't know what is going to happen, when it's coming back, who knows? Only my bosses know, except they don't, because you don't know how to predict things right now. But someone else commented that we should talk about keeping social distancing and not just going, oh my God, now that these restrictions are being lifted, I can go anywhere I want, do anything I want. Here's the thing. If you went somewhere and you got infected and you have the coronavirus, you will not show symptoms, most likely, for multiple days. So if you are thinking, oh, it was a great weekend, we went out and we did all these things and we were close to all these people and everyone's good, you have to wait a week or 2 weeks and see what happens. And so Tucker and I, what we keep telling each other is, okay, we're still gonna take all of the preventative measures. We're gonna wear masks. We're gonna wear gloves if we go to the store and we're touching things. We're gonna stay home as much as we can. If we go out to do anything, we're gonna stay safe. We're gonna stay 6 feet apart from people. And then as things start to reopen, we keep reminding each other we're going to give it 2 weeks. We're going to wait at least 2 weeks when in Oregon, Governor Kate Brown has a 3-phase reopening plan. So when in the first phase, if your county gets approved, you get to open your hair salons and gyms and a few other things. But I'm not going to just rush to the hair salon or the gym. Maybe give it 2 weeks. See if people can actually social distance when those places open. I don't know how you social distance at the gym. But see if it works, see if there's a spike in new coronavirus cases in the area, and just play it extra safe and let other people test it out and hopefully not get sick and hopefully stay healthy and alive, but give it some time. So I would encourage you guys to do the same because I love you all and you're wonderful, and the fact that you're here makes me so happy, and it would break my heart to lose any of you. I don't like thinking about that. But people I know it was so beautiful out this weekend, and I was very lucky that I got to go kayaking, and I was able to do so in a way that didn't break any social distancing guidelines. But I know other people, like, you get cooped up inside and you just want to go do something, and so you might go to the hikes that are super busy. You might go to the beach, but don't do that. In Oregon, Cannon Beach is one of the cities on the Oregon coast, and they closed the beaches this weekend, but people still tried to go, and the authorities had to kick out almost 1,000 people, like over 700 people, from the beaches because they just ignored the orders and just were like, well, I'm going to the beach, so screw the rest of y'all. No. Did you guys see in Florida? I can't remember where in Florida. I just came up with Pensacola in my mind. I don't know if that's where it is. But there was a lawyer, a local lawyer, who dressed up as the Grim Reaper, who normally you're like, oh, the Grim Reaper, they're coming for us. He or she, whatever it is. The Grim Reaper is coming for us that wants us all to die, right? No, this Grim Reaper was standing on the beaches reminding everyone to keep social distancing and go home. Just not go to the beaches. You don't need to go to the beach right now. You'll be okay if you don't, okay? You just stay home. Don't go to the beach. But the guy was dressed up as the Grim Reaper. And he was doing all these interviews on the news, like, but he was talking like a normal person, because he is a normal person. But you know how the Grim Reaper, they like have the hood on, and the face, you can't see the face, it's all black. So he's just like, yes, I'm out here encouraging people to stay home and not go to the beach. But then you just see him as the Grim Reaper, and he's got his scythe. And I honestly loved it so much. I appreciate that lawyer, Dr. Grim Reaper, whoever you are. Chris, you say that's exactly how you feel about reopening. I appreciate that. And so please, like, keep social distancing. I think it is great. It is our right as citizens to be able to protest, to be able to take a stand for the things we believe in. But when I was leaving Seattle last night, driving out of town, I saw these ladies standing on the street corner with signs saying, like, reopen our economy now, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're standing on the street. And I don't want to be disrespectful at all. You're standing on the street when I get that you want to reopen the economy, but have you heard things about science? Have you read that we shouldn't just reopen everything right now and that it would not be good? And if we just did that, if we opened everything right now, people would die. Like, everyone knows that. And I care about people's lives. And if you're just standing on the street corner and then you start protesting and other people come up and start protesting, you're putting yourself in danger as well, because if you're protesting with these random people, they're breathing on you. They don't have masks on because they're like the anti-mask people. It's like the anti-vax people, but the anti-mask people. So yes, please keep social distancing. I know it's weird. I know it sucks, but I personally, as I was saying earlier, I have enjoyed or tried to appreciate the change of pace. The fact that my job is not as stressful right now because I don't have to put a live TV show on the air every single day. I get to hang out with Tucker. We get to order takeout sushi and not feel guilty about it because we're supporting local restaurants. And I get to hang out and spend more time with my plants. We didn't do a plant update at the beginning of this Mental Monday, and you know that's the content you came here for. I'm so excited. Do you guys remember? I don't know. I wish I could be like, previously on Mental Monday, and just show you a clip right now of a couple weeks ago. This leaf was just a brand new baby leaf that was bright neon green, and then now it has grown into this. I mean, come on, it's as big as my face, right? Like, this is amazing. It's a monstera. Eventually it will have holes in it. It is funny though. They've moved a little bit today, but when I came home last night, I turned this pot like a quarter turn because it had been facing the window and all the leaves were flat straight out to the window because they were like, ooh, sunshine, ah. And then they got stuck that way. But it's crazy that even just today when I turned it, they have changed directions. And that's cool. Also, if you guys saw on my Instagram story a couple weeks ago, I posted a picture of this guy who these little leaves, whatever, these pieces of plant, I propagated. I took them out of a building that had a bunch of long viney plants, and I paused them in here, and I didn't think they were doing anything for a long time. And then a couple weeks ago, this guy just popped up, and it was like this tall. I was like, where did you come from? You just magically appeared out of the soil. What? And then I come back from being gone for 9 days, and it is this tall. And it's a full leaf, okay? It's gonna be a beautiful leaf. This is a brand new leaf, just opening up. Oh my gosh. I'm too excited about plants. But also never too excited. Aaron says politics are frustrating. Yes, but also in my mind, like politics, I wish that, and I think that, I believe that a global pandemic should not be a political issue. This is not the channel that we talk about politics, but it shouldn't be politics. We just want people to be safe and healthy and get the economy open when it's safe to do so. So yes, please keep social distancing. I know it sounds cliche, but we really are all in this together, and that is what I keep reminding myself and what keeps me going on some of these days. Because just like I was saying earlier, the fact that my show is on hiatus and that I have, however small it is, because I know I'm very privileged that I have a safe house to be in, I can continue to work and keep getting paid and have a full-time job during this crisis in the world, and my family is safe and healthy, knocking on wood, and I'm very, very, this comes from a total place of privilege, but on a very small scale, the fact that my show, like my lifeblood, the thing that I do every single day, I get to talk to people, I get to entertain people, I get to interview interesting people around Portland about all these exciting events coming up. I don't get to do that right now, and the fact that my show is on hiatus is just like my personal little small struggle to remind me that we are all in this together, and everyone, every business, every industry is going through this right now. Every person all over the world is going through this, and that is crazy, crazy. Oh, total separate topic. Austin says, have you kept up your Bachelor watching hobby with this new show that's on? Great question, Austin. I watched the first 2 episodes, and then I haven't watched it since. I didn't hate it. Is it super cheesy? It's called Listen to Your Heart, right? It's about, if you're not familiar, it's a bunch of people, brand new people, not like previous Bachelor franchise people, random people who are aspiring singers, musicians, and they're all in a house trying to find love and a music career. It is so cheesy. However, I would watch it. I like cheesy things. That's why I watch The Bachelor all the time. But I've kind of forgotten about it. And, oh, Jeff says, is this really live? Prove it. Did I just prove it to you? Because you just commented and I commented on your comment? Who am I, Grace Helbig? Did anyone get that joke? Hello, Jack. What was I just gonna say? What were we talking about? Oh, so I haven't watched it. And it's funny, though. Oh, Tucker's home. Woohoo! Did you get the sushi?
No.
Whew, I'd be so mad if you said no. I'm almost done. Don't worry. But I, what was I gonna say? I got distracted thinking about sushi and my wonderful boyfriend. It's funny, when Tucker and I are in the house together all the time, basically, so I haven't really been keeping up with shows that only I watch. We have been binge watching shows together, but I haven't been watching my own shows, so that's why I'm behind on Listen to Your Heart. On that note, it's sushi time. This day felt like it went on forever. This live stream has gone on forever also, but that's okay. Thank you guys for hanging out. I love you. You're wonderful. Again, it would break my heart if anything happened to any of you, so please keep social distancing. Please keep reminding your friends and family to social distance. And, I don't know, send my bosses a tweet or something. Tell them to get Tonight with Cassidy back. You guys are wonderful, and stay safe. And, oh, Jeff says you're bored with Netflix. Give you a good show. We've been binge watching How to Get Away with Murder. We are on season 3, I think, like halfway through season 3. It is, someone told me the other day, the show gets a little too ridiculous and crazy, and then it gets good again. We're definitely in the ridiculous and crazy part. It's still entertaining, but it keeps me up at night. You're wonderful. Oh my God, Jeff Before I say bye, you asked about Tom Tuttle. Tom Tuttle is alive and well. He's working his butt off. He is still working as a photographer at KGW. And he's been wanting to drive around in his car and do like a live stream because it could be like we're driving around like the good old days. But he's been very smart and he's been social distance photographing, videographing. So he stays 6 feet away from people. He doesn't put a mic on them. He just holds a mic from farther away. He's being safe and wonderful and getting this news that you need out to the people. Thank you, Tom Tuttle, for being an essential worker. He's wonderful. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go watch some sushi? No, I'm gonna go watch some sushi get into my belly, aka eat it, and watch How to Get Away with Murder. So, I love you all, and I'll see you next time.